Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to be going over our actual numbers. I do have some lunch, pizza, and yeah, so let's get started. I want to thank all my new subscribers, and I want to thank all of my subscribers for watching and continuing to budget with me. So let's hop right into this budget. Okay, so you guys, last all seen me when I was actually doing the budget, so we are going to go to the actual numbers. So as you all can see, for rollover number one, we did roll over $138.21. For source number 4, we received $110.40, and for source number 1, we received $878, giving us a income total of $1,126.61. When you guys see these marks, this just means that it did not come out. So rent did not come out this week. Life insurance came out. My OnStar did not come out this week as well. Amazon came out and it was $40.18. My renter's insurance came out and that was exactly as budgeted. Amazon was $42.36, and my water I did not budget for, but it came out this week. It usually comes out around the 11th, so the water has been going up and down, left and right, and I need to let them know that y'all need to set it at one date only. So that gave us a bill total of $144.08 with a leftover of $982.53. So now let's start on the variable expenses. So for our envelopes, we had gas, household, me, daughter, son, miscellaneous, medication. This stands for car wash, car accessories. Any car washes or accessories I need for the car, that's where that falls in at. And then food out. So I believe I did good. Gas was $73.97. Miscellaneous was $88.94. Food out was $16.88, giving us an envelope total of $179.79 with a leftover of $802.74. And that's exactly what we did roll over. I don't know why they're filling this out, because I know I'm not going to put nothing in this section. So that gave us a savings total of $802.74. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the next week's budget. Okay, so as you all can see, we are in this week, the 4th through the 10th, and we have our income section up here. We had a rollover of $802.74. I did receive source 2 income at $600, and I did receive source 4 income at $500. Giving us an income total of $1,902.74. Now, when we look at these bills, here we have half of the card note. We have internet, Pandora, phone bill, BET Plus, cable, emergency, Advance America, Klarna, rent, OnStar, and check. Now, for emergency and Advance America, I thought I was going to be paying into that, and that did not happen. So as budgeted, the card note, half of the card note, $160. Internet was $49.99. Pandora's $4.99. Phone bill was $107. BET Plus was $9.99. The cable $120. Klarna $18.90. OnStar $31.99, and check for $14.45, which gave us a bill total of $517.31. The A's represent the automatic payments that's coming out for these bills right here. And as you see, I did not finish right here, but we're going to be working over here. So our leftover was $1,385.43. So I went ahead and brung that down to my envelopes. So for the envelopes, we have gas, I spent $68 in gas. Food out was $52.51. I spent $8.69 on my son and daughter during this week. And miscellaneous was $46.26. I did not spend any money on medication this week, and I did get the car washed, and it was $10. So that gave us an envelope total of $194.15. When I subtracted that from our $1,385.43, we were left with $1,191.28. So I did go ahead and bring that up here. I did not stuff any sinking funds, so I come down here to my extra savings. Now for extra savings, we are not saving. We're just rolling over for next week's bills. So for rollover number 1, I budgeted $620 to be rolling over, but we are actually rolling over $721.27. Rollover number 2, we are rolling over $470.01, giving us a savings total of $1,191.28. Zero left over. So this is what this week was looking like. So now we're going to move on to the next week. Okay, so we are in this week's Paycheck Bill Tracker for September 11th through the 17th. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the actual numbers. You guys could look at the budgeted and compare it. So for rollover number 1, we actually rolled over $721.27. For rollover number 2, we rolled over $470.01. And we did receive source number 4 income at $400, giving us an income total of $1,591.28. So the bills that we had to pay for this week was the car insurance, Green Light, Apple Care, the lights, and the rent, and Cardinal. Now, the rent, I know it's been written down, but they haven't took it. So when they don't take it from my checking account, I have to roll it over to the next week until they take it. So half of the car insurance, I thought it was going to be $77.58. It was actually $79.58. Green Light was $4.99. Apple Care did not come out this week. That it was supposed to be coming out. The lights, I budgeted $200, but I put $216.17 down. The rent, they finally took it, so that was $120. And Cardinal is $2.50, giving us a bill total of $502.82. So when I subtracted our $502.82 from our income, it left us with $1,088.46. Now let's go ahead and go down to the envelopes. So our envelopes we have is the same every week. So for gas, I budgeted $100, but we spent $58.74. Household, I budgeted $100 as well. Okay, so I keep getting phone calls. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so gas, we spent $58.74. For food out, we spent $33.70. For me, I spent $53.70. For miscellaneous, we spent $4.75. And for medication, we spent $23.78, giving us an envelope total of $174.67 with a leftover of $913.79. As you all can see, I did budget to put something away, but I did not put nothing away, even though we did have some cash left over. I do just want to use this to help us for next week. Whoa, that's loose. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, so $913.79. Okay. So we are not doing anything for extra debt, giving us $913.79. Okay, so our rollover for number 1, we have $523.36, and for rollover number 2, we have $390.43, giving us a savings total of $913.79 with 0 left over. So we are going to go ahead and look at the next week's paycheck bill tracker. Okay, so we are currently in the week of the 18th through the 24th of September, and for our rollover number 1, we are budgeting to roll over $523.36, and for rollover number 2, we are budgeting $390.43, giving us an income total of $913.79. For our budgeted column, we have for our bills section, we have Apple Storage, Netflix, half of the car note, Ford, Amazon, Apple Care, and water. I have to call Sparklet because they charged me twice in 1 month, so I have to see what is going on. That's why I did not have nothing budgeted for that, or no date, because this was already taken out. So okay, so for our Apple Storage, we are budgeting $299, and that actually was $299. Netflix $15.49, that was actually $15.49. Half of our car note is $160, and I did pay $160. The Ford is due on the 20th, which would be tomorrow, and that will be $274.37, and that is automatically taken out. Amazon, I budgeted $60, it was $59.52. Apple Care, we budgeted $13.49, and that actually was $13.49. And like I said, for the water, I did not budget for that because it had already came out on the 3rd, and here it is pending on the 18th. So for our bill total, we have $526.34 with a leftover of $387.45. So when I go ahead and move down here, I budgeted $60 for gas. I put $59.17 in. I budgeted $10 for food. My daughter, I budgeted $25 for. My son, I budgeted $30 for. Household, I budgeted $50. Miscellaneous at $15. Nothing for medication. Nothing for car wash, car accessories. So our envelope total equals $190, giving us a leftover of $197.45. So I went ahead and pulled that up here. I am not going to be stuffing sinking funds this week, so that would be 0, giving us a leftover of $197.45. So we are not doing any extra debt. That is leaving us with $197.40. So for rollover number 1, I am budgeting $197.40. And that gives us a savings total of $197.40 with a 0 left over. Okay, so this is how the budget is looking for this week. As you all can see, I have been putting in my actual amounts right here on the side. I am waiting for the Ford payment to come out, which will be automatically. And yes, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today and watching. I know I haven't been here in a minute. I am back, so I want to get back into the mode of recording videos and making budget with me interesting, and I am going to come back next week to give you guys an update on all my actual numbers, and we are going to be doing the next week's budget. Until next time, I want you all to take care, be safe, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.